Thanks for clicking. I'm Master Trainer Peter, and today this is the first in a new series where we look at games with motion controls and see if they can genuinely be used as a workout. There are a huge variety of games that feature motion controls, and while some are advertised as exercise games, a lot of them aren't. But there are people who are saying they are using them as workouts, so it's my job to put it to the test and see if it is an effective workout. Now, what do I qualify as a good workout? That's a great question. If using those motion controls can have a genuine aerobic, anaerobic or flexibility benefit on the body, if it gets your heart rate up, it has relative intensity, and it doesn't just focus on one specific movement for the motion controls, then I would say yeah, we could use that as a genuine workout. A game like Ring Fit Adventure has variety, intensity, it makes you sweat, and it has aerobic and anaerobic benefits for the body. That's an effective workout, and although it is specifically an exercise game, that's the sort of thing that we're looking for. It won't be quite as good, but it's definitely going to have some of those elements. By the way, if there's a game with motion controls that you actually want to see turned into a workout, or see if it can be used as a workout, let me know in the comments, okay? Now, the first episode focuses on Just Dance 2021, the latest game in the long-running series from Ubisoft based around getting up and dancing to popular music. You select your song, you start dancing along in rhythm to the music using the controller or smartphone in your hand to detect your movements. At this point, I will note that I'm playing the Nintendo Switch version of the game. It is a super fun party game, it's got lots of bright colours, masses and masses of songs to dance to, and really pushes that party vibe very well. And honestly, I feel that historically, that's what Just Dance is about. It's that party vibe. To me, the Just Dance games are those games that you play at a mate's house after you've got completely faced and you're just kind of dancing around and messing around. That's what it is to me. It's a party game. You know, I remember playing this on the Nintendo Wii 10 years ago. Unfortunately, my friends remember as well, which isn't great. We were doing Eye of the Tiger, and you know, like you kind of stretch out like that, and she walked in the way, and I accidentally hit her. Like she was fine. She was fine. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. And her husband didn't murder me, so you know that's great. That's a net benefit. But the point is, long-running series, very much a party game to me. So I'm curious as to whether or not it is actually effective exercise. I know a lot of people have been using this as cardio, and you know, dancing in general is good for you. So does that translate well into the game? Is it an effective workout? So right off the bat, the game gives similar physical health warnings as other exercise games. It asks you to warm up, and it really doesn't waste a lot of time before it gets you moving. The explanations and the instructions on screen are very simple, and you know, once you start dancing, it's real, genuine, full body movement here. The movements not only have you moving your arms and your legs and your core. I was crouching, jumping, rotating, spinning my arms, stomping my feet, pretending to be Elsa. It's come very far since 2010. The detection is based off of the one hand, which is highlighted, and the scoring, which goes from bad to perfect for each movement, is very forgiving of you if you can't make the rhythm with the rest of your body. Absolutely fantastic for beginners. Songs are rated from easy to hard as well, which informs your choice as to what you want to do. I genuinely had a sweat on within 10 minutes of trying to get my rhythms right and match the movements, and that time really flew by. Now this, for me, is a great point in determining whether or not this is an effective exercise game, since not only was my heart rate up and my body was trying to cool itself down with sweat, I'm using multiple muscles in multiple planes of movement, and I'm not really paying attention to the time. That mental distraction is incredibly important for a cardio workout, as cardio can get a little bit repetitive and boring, but this is definitely not the case here. So at this point, I feel it's incredibly important to let you know that I am extremely rhythmically challenged. My hand-to-eye coordination isn't perfect by any stretch of means. I'm not very good at catching stuff, and I can't dance for shit. I tried my best, but I genuinely feel that you would get a lot more benefits of this if you can actually move your body properly. But you're still working hard, you're still moving your body around. As long as you're trying your best to try and match the movements on screen, that is what's important. Anyway, I continued dancing, keeping my heart rate up, and although I was having those small little rests between songs, trying to choose between Panic at the Disco and Harry Styles, or that song from Toy Story, it felt like a very different cardio set to what I was used to. I knew which way I was leaning here, so if only I had a way of tracking calories. So it's a good thing that there's sweat mode. This is actually a dedicated workout mode, and I wasn't really aware that this existed, which is really dumb because I didn't really pay attention to the box, and like, look, it's right here. It's right here. It tells you about exercise while having fun, keep yourself motivated, track the calories burnt and your time spent dancing. This is why you should read your boxes, guys. The mode is activated from the home menu and alters the display. Instead of the difficulty of the dance in a technical sense, it gives an intensity rating based on the amount of movement. It also tells cumulative active time and a calorie counter, with songs giving around 12 to 19 calories per session in general. There's clearly a generic calorie calculation based on active time here, but it's difficult to tell, and with no customization in body weight or anything like that, it's not going to be the most accurate, but it's still going to give enough of an estimate to tell you that you've been working well. It doesn't change the dances, the instructions are just as clear in the routines as the standard mode, which is awesome, although if you are doing things wrong, it is really hard to genuinely correct your form because there isn't a slowed down version or a training mode. That said, I feel sweat mode is really good if you are looking to use this for a workout, because by changing that display, you've now got more metrics to kind of look at, and you can change your goals based on what you're doing. Looking at those rising numbers can be very, very motivating. I know myself, I was on about 28 minutes and I was like, well, I can't leave it at 28, I have to get to a round number. It either has to be ending in a 5 or ending in a 0. So I ended up doing another song. So that's just that additional motivator, even when you're tired, that you can use to get that fuller workout. Now, whilst there is no targeting of body parts, you can use playlists to set favourite songs and routines, and you're generally working all over your body as dance does, and it gets the heart rate up for continued work in a good heart rate area. So longer term, I feel this really has some good aerobic benefits. I feel this definitely works as a workout. I mean, clearly with sweat mode it is intended, and as a personal trainer, yeah, look, I clearly think that this can be used as a workout. I think it has translated well. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, well, yeah, duh. It's dance. Dance is traditionally a very good form of exercise. So it's not really a surprise, yeah, sure, but I think it is interesting to see how this has translated well over into a video game. Dancing, you know, traditionally a very social activity, but also it has in recent years been used more as a workout. You've got your Zumba fitness, you've got your Les Mills body jam, you've got quite a few different classes that are based around that dancing. These are, again, social, and there are multiple physical benefits shown through these and have been proven in tests. There are proven physical benefits such as motor skills, vitality increases, as well as positive social improvements and interpersonal skills in studies done on sedentary middle-aged women. These studies were taken at the University of Granada in 2020 and multiple universities across both Germany and USA in 2019. The sources are within the description below. Both physical and social benefits are really important here, and so theoretically the application of that translate into Just Dance very well, as you're following that artist on screen and there's a huge variety in your movements. The physical side is definitely here. Socially, the benefits don't translate quite as well, socializing with different random people per se, but the multiplayer modes in Just Dance are there and well implemented, with different dances available and a literal co-op mode of up to 6 players. So it is definitely possible to have that competitive and collaborative spirit there. In short, dancing is good for the body, good for the mind, and I feel Just Dance taps into that well. So yeah, look, generally concluding, would I say that Just Dance 2021 is an effective workout game? Yes. Yes, I would. This is a great method of obtaining your cardio at home, and is really good at getting you moving. There's a vast variety in your movements and therefore your intensity as well, which is really important as a good note there. The sweat mode is fantastic for motivating you as well as tracking what progress you've made that day. The movement detection is really forgiving as well, just being based off that one hand. So if you suck at dancing like me, or you're a bit self-conscious, you just want to try and move as best as possible, it's really forgiving, it's really beginner friendly, which I really appreciate. You're still able to work your hardest and not really feel judged for it, which I feel is a huge mental block alleviated. Speaking of mental, time flies when you're playing this game, which is really good for a few reasons. You're spending more time working out, you don't really realise how much energy you are putting out as well, so you can work harder than you're actually perceiving that you are, which is fantastic. Really, really good for these sorts of workouts with cardio as well. That elevated heart rate and the way that it pushes you very quickly from song to song is really good in minimising your rest periods and really helping bolster that aerobic activity that you are doing, and therefore work on those aerobic gains. Now the downsides for me are the lack of being able to target an area. You know, if you could say, right, I want to do some ones that work my legs, a lot of like drops and stuff like that, a lot of mini squats, or if you wanted one that works your shoulders, works your arms, something like that, I feel that would be a real benefit here. Now the inaccurate calorie counter is a bit of a downside, however I don't think I found a video game with an accurate accurate calorie counter, so that's kind of like, that's just being very nitpicky there, and you can counter that with like a smartwatch or something like that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. There's no form or cues to correct you, which I feel is a bit of a problem, especially when you are trying to dance. You may overbear on one side or another, which could cause imbalance. And honestly, the continual damn ads for Just Dance Unlimited, I don't really care. If you want to expand the amount of songs that you've got, that's fine, that's absolutely fine, but it really does throw the ads quite thick and heavy at you at some points, and I'm just like, it's a bit tacky, guys, it's a bit tacky. So look, in general, it's pretty cardio focused. There's a lot of aerobic benefits you can get here. If you're looking for something a little bit more anaerobic, this might not be your jam, but if you're looking for an aerobic workout that can be tailored to what you like and can be really fun and distracting, then I think Just Dance 2021 is a fantastic choice. Thank you so much for your time today. I really hope you've had as good an insight into Just Dance 2021 as I have while I've been trying this game out. I think it's really fun, and I do recommend it if you are looking for something new cardio-wise in your sessions. Now, I know that this has an exercise mode, so it was a bit of a shoo-in in general, but to be honest, as much as people were using it, I've got to say, my previous experience of Just Dance was very much a drunken party game, so therefore I wasn't really that confident in whether it would be a good workout or not, so I did want to see if it translated properly, and I really think it does. It has actually surprised me, so I know it feels like a bit of a shoo-in. I know it feels like a bit of a shoo-in, but I feel that that is quite important, also getting the format right for this sort of episodic series anyway, so you know, teething processes, all that good stuff. In future episodes as well, I am going to have like a heart rate monitor. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to my smartwatch, so that was super fun to find out. So I've ordered a new strap, so in future episodes I should be able to actually get an accurate reading of my heart rate, which will be really informative for this sort of thing as well. Anyway, thank you so much for your time again. If you really liked this video, if you like the sound of my voice, if you like what you've seen, if you thought my dancing was all right, please hit like on the video, and please subscribe if you want more exercise gaming content coming soon. And yeah, thank you so much again. I hope that you grab a copy of Just Dance if you're looking for some cardio, and sweet. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon.